John Gresswell, be unmuted and introduce our speaker today.
All right, thank you, President Michael. I asked Sonia to send me a bio, and she sent me some information on herself, saying that she has been executive director of the Georgian Triangle Humane Society for the past 8 years. She's worked her entire career in the nonprofit sector, and she's passionate about community collaboration, innovative solutions, and making an impact where the need is greatest. She has 2 daughters and a husband and a family cat, Blinks, and they reside in Collingwood. And that's all she sent me. But I seem to recall there was some other stuff that, you know, if I was in Sonia's position, I'd include on a resume. And the main one being that in 2018, she was awarded the Chairs Award by the Ontario SPCA. And that's given to individuals who go above and beyond in making outstanding contributions in the area of animal welfare. So that was quite an honor for Sonia. And good morning and welcome, Sonia.
Thank you very much, John. It's great to be here this morning. It's great to see some familiar faces and some new faces. I'm going to share my presentation, and hopefully this works with 2 screens.
So Sonia, what you're going to be able to share is anything you have on PowerPoint on your screen.
Perfect. So is that working okay?
Yep.
Or can you see the notes version as well?
No, we're just seeing the presentation.
Oh, great. Well, there's no notes. There's no notes. It's just the presentation. So good morning, everyone. We're very fortunate every year to be able to present to the club on behalf of the Georgian Triangle Humane Society. So I really like to keep the content relatively fresh and not go over material that perhaps is common knowledge. Our Humane Society, of course, is on 10th line. We operate out of 3,500 square feet. It has been in 2020 was, of course, a very interesting year, which required us to completely change around our operations in order to ensure that we were really meeting the needs of our community in our new times. But just sort of an overview of who we are, we have a capacity for about 100 cats, about 15 dogs, and generally we're always operating at about 80% capacity. We also operate a hospital out of the Humane Society Animal Center and several outreach programs, which I'll go into. Our mission is to deliver innovative programs and compassionate service that enhance the lives of pets in need and the people that care for them. Last year, we were very proud to be able to deliver 8,000 pounds through our pet pantry program. That is basically like our food bank, but for pets. What we know as an organization is that folks in our communities will prioritize food for their pets over nutrition for themselves. So we want to help to avoid that through the pet pantry program. And just so that everyone is aware, we continue to operate that program throughout all the time. So if anyone is ever in need, they can come to us anytime that we're open, and without question, they will receive food for their pets or supplies for their pets. Last year, we were able to fix 1,200 pets through our hospital. Those were public pets, so those were over and above the homeless animals that came to us. And all of those are local pets as well. We keep some great statistics. Some of them do reach out a little bit further into the west, such as Meaford and Owen Sound, but the vast majority of the animals that come to us are from Collingwood and Wasaga Beach. We helped to keep 68 pets with their families during emergencies. So those types of emergencies would be times where a family member is fleeing domestic violence and they need their pet to be boarded with us. Medical emergencies, those were of great demand last year when they had a one-time medical emergency that they couldn't afford for their pet. So 68 of them came through our program last year. And we had 1,100 homeless pets come through our intake and adoption program last year. And please feel free, anytime you have questions, just unmute yourself and ask away. Interactive, in my opinion, is the best way to do it. One of our slogan, or one of the things we like to repeat often, teamwork plus collaboration equals magic, in our opinion. Our work is a collaborative effort between our donors and our volunteers. There's incredible rescue networks out there that help in so many different ways to help animals and people in our communities. Last year, we had 233 cats and kittens go through our foster program. So that's a vast network of folks in our community that open up their homes to cats and kittens, as well as 77 dogs and puppies were fostered last year. In our transfer program, we had 12,000 kilometers logged on the road and around 200 pets that came in through the program. Most of the pets that come to us are from Indigenous communities up north, where we have some great collaborative relationships. We really want the community here to know that we always prioritize the local need. But when we have the ability, when we have space in our organization, we do reach out and facilitate some more lives to have loving adoptive homes. And Michael, this would be a great time if we could share that transfer video. It's just a short little 1-minute video.
Here we go.
This is animal transfer. It takes partnership, collaboration, donors, volunteers, and innovation. It takes getting up at all hours of the night. It takes compassion, hope, and above all, a love for pets and people. The Georgian Triangle Humane Society proudly participates in animal transfer when we have space in our programs. We are just one player in a large web and are extremely grateful to be situated in a community full of incredible adopters. Annually, we transfer in over 300 cats and dogs who have been identified by Indigenous communities as free-roaming or unowned. In our program, they receive care from our medical, foster, and animal health teams. We see all breeds, shapes, and sizes, but mostly, we see boundless spirit and wagging tails. Why do we do this work? Because we can. Because we understand just how valuable the bond is between pets and people. And because you, our community, are cheering us on from the sidelines. This is our journey. Consider adopting a shelter pet today. Thanks, Michael.
Okay, was everybody able to see that? Somebody can unmute themselves and say they saw the whole video.
We saw it, but it was very tiny. It was
Okay, let's.
Sonia's.
Yeah, Sonia, if you stop your screen share and then I'll just play it again, okay?
Sorry, I should have thought to do that. Okay.
There we are. Okay, here we go. We'll give it another try.
This is animal transfer. It takes partnership, collaboration, donors, volunteers, and innovation. It takes getting up at all hours of the night. It takes compassion, hope, and above all, a love for pets and people. The Georgian Triangle Humane Society proudly participates in animal transfer when we have space in our programs. We are just one player in a large web and are extremely grateful to be situated in a community full of incredible adopters. Annually, we transfer in over 300 cats and dogs who have been identified by Indigenous communities as free-roaming or unowned. In our program, they receive care from our medical, foster, and animal health teams. We see all breeds, shapes, and sizes, but mostly, we see boundless spirit and wagging tails. Why do we do this work? Because we can. Because we understand just how valuable the bond is between pets and people. And because you, our community, are cheering us on from the sidelines. This is our journey. Consider adopting a shelter pet today.
Okay.
That's great. Thanks, Michael.
Now,
I'm impressed with your technological savviness.
right. Okay, so now you. So now we can continue with the.
Okay,
you can
perfect.
do your screen share again.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, great. Okay. So it's this guy. Okay, so the only other thing on this slide then, any questions about transfer? If there are any, just speak up. The only other thing that we were proud of from last year is, so we do community cat days, and community cats are our definition of feral cats or wild cats that are living outdoors, and we do have quite significant populations that we're managing out in the community. So we do community cat days. We're going to be doing them again this year. We're going to be hosting about 10 of them. And they're a day where community members that have identified feral cats out maybe on their barn property or around their community can bring in the cats and get them fixed for free. These days are really quite extraordinary to be a part of because there's so many cats that come to us. You'll see them lined up down the hallways of the Humane Society, and it's just this incredible amount of teamwork and energy to get them accomplished. So last year we were able to, once we were able to reopen the hospital, we fixed 100 cats through those days. Okay. So this is the public hospital service. I think I spoke about this at my last presentation. We now serve the public. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we receive 8 animals each day from the public, from financially limited families to get their animals fixed. When we opened up this service, we had to reopen it because the demand was so high. We had to close it during 2020 because we filled up so quickly for the year. We reopened it in the middle of December. And now we've actually had to halt applications for dogs because we're booked out up until April. So the demand is certainly significant. Yeah, we're on day 3 of the new model. So everything so far is going really well. And that just speaks a little bit, I believe, to what I just said. So these are our pet support services. This slide speaks to that. Here we have Allison as part of my friend's house. She was part of our launch of the emergency boarding service. We have emergency medical assistance service. So again, if a family finds themselves in a crisis where they can't afford a one-time emergency with their pet, examples of this are if a pet gets hit by a car or has a, trying to think of another.
Tanya, I'm not seeing any slides here. I'm not sure if anybody else is.
Oh shoot, no slides?
Yes, I can see it.
You can?
See the slides?
I
So can I.
Yeah, I don't know why, John.
Sorry, John. I'll try to paint a visual picture for you. And last but not least is our pet pantry service, otherwise known as our food bank for pets. We also run and ran rabies and microchip clinics. So we do these once a month through the Humane Society. We also go out to community centers if they allow us during COVID. So in November of last year, we were at the Meaford Fire Hall, and we were able to vaccinate 40 pets in that community. So we are looking for other partners. We really like the outreach ability so that folks don't have to travel very far. Now, and if anyone knows of, obviously not during lockdown, but if anyone knows of a place that would be a good place for us to hold a clinic, then please let me know. And our Humane Education program, we're really quite proud of Karen and what she's been able to do with this program. For those of you who don't know, prior to COVID, Karen was working in classrooms to deliver a 5-part program on basically animal welfare and responsible pet ownership. The 5th class culminating at the Humane Society, where the youth were able to interact with the animals and really hear their stories. As well, she was running after-school programs and camps throughout the summer. Of course, none of that is possible during COVID, so she was really able to pivot her programs, and now she offers them online. So she has launched an online pet sitters course, an online responsible pet ownership course, and she is about to launch an online future vet course, which we're really looking forward to. And they've done extraordinarily well. Last year, she had over 400 youth in both programs sign up and take the course. And I am going to show you a little testimonial that we were able to receive. Not to mention, we had just recently from the counties of Simcoe, Muskoka, Peel, and Blue Water school boards. They have accepted the courses in as used for community service hours, which is really exciting. And so even when I was dropping off my daughter Rose this morning for daycare, my daycare lady was really excited because her daughter, at the same time, she's in grade 8, was taking the course, and her entire class is taking the course and getting that certification. So that's really wonderful. I forgot about the last one, which is the Junior Animal Wellness certification that she has launched as well. So I think, so this is a testimonial, but I think what we will do is start with the next video, Michael, and that is, it is a video that explains why we do humane education through our organization.
Okay. I'm just going to do one little step here. Now we should transition to that video.
Thank you, Michael. You could, if you don't mind, just go right over to the testimonial video.
The Jordan Triangle Pet Sitter course was so fun. I love the animals. I love the learning. I love the little videos. I can't wait to be a pet sitter.
Oh, that's great. Shall I share, Michael?
The Jordan Triangle Pet Sitter course was so fun. I love the animals. I love the learning. I love the little videos. I can't wait to be a pet sitter.
It's great twice.
Tanya, who did the video?
Sorry? There we are.
Video.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, who did it?
Oh, who did it? Okay, it wasn't me. It was Karen Marsh. She worked together with a company, and I honestly can't remember their name at the moment, but I'm happy to get that to you. And they spent, it was about an 8-month process where they built the video. And they really wanted to convey, you know, the why behind the work that we do.
You did a great job on it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, every time I watch it, I feel it tugs at the heartstrings for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go here. This just goes, you know, a little bit into the funding. We don't receive any level of government funding, so we fundraise annually, as I'm sure all of you are aware. We have decided this year not to run our National Cupcake Day because it just doesn't seem like an event that's going to work well with COVID, unfortunately. Same with our Furball Gala. We're not going to be running that again this year. We are still going to try for our walkathon. Like everyone else, we're trying to find unique and novel ways to fundraise during these times. Yeah, we'll stay tuned for more with regards to that. We always want to ensure that we're thanking our donors, without which none of this would be a reality. And that's it from me. I really wanted to touch on the Humane Education Program and really what we're doing right now as a result of COVID. But if there's any questions, otherwise, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Tanya.